Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be re-reviewing the NECA 12-inch V from V for Vendetta. So yes, here we have V. I reviewed this quite a while back, as well as the DC Direct V, and I'll be re-reviewing this one and the other one as soon as I get around to it. Anyway, this figure's pretty cool. It is from back in the day whenever NECA didn't really understand the concept of articulating things, but it's got sound features, and he's got some knives and a hat for accessories, and he looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, scope paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting with a quick size comparison. Here we have V. Here is a standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Superior Spider-Man and our 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As I said, this V is around 12 inches, so he is about twice as tall as a Marvel Legend and a good bit taller than a 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe figure. So let's get the other two out of here and just look at V. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here we have V. As you can tell, he is mostly wearing black. His upper chest piece has some texturing to it and also has like some glittery stuff on it. I don't know how visible that is, but it is totally there if you see it in person. He's got a belt which have little loops for his daggers, 6 of them in total. He has a little belt buckle there as well. He's got some gloves. The little flanges on the edges there are actually rubber. He's got a massive rubber cape there in the back, which looks pretty good. Lots of nice folds and stuff sculpted into that. And then his pants are nicely sculpted to be wrinkled, and then he's got some fairly standard black boots down there at the bottom. Overall detail is very, very nice. He looks very, very cool. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the head sculpt really quick. Zooming in on the head sculpt, as you can see, he has his Guy Fawkes mask on there. It's a very nice shiny white, and then it's got the little rosy bits there on the cheeks. Eyebrows painted on, he has black eyes. And then he's got the little facial hair sculpted there, and his hair is sculpted all around that. That's a rubbery piece, and it's sculpted to look like hair for the most part. So that all looks pretty good. I have no real issues with the head sculpt. While we're here at the head, let's go ahead and take a look at him with his hat on as well, because that's pretty important. I feel like most people will probably display him with his hat on. It is a bit tall, but it fits on the head fairly well, and I believe it works alright. It is a rubber hat. So it kind of contours to the head a bit. A little bit better than having a hard plastic hat. And it keeps its shape, so there's no real issues with it. Has a little bit of texturing to it, it's black, and it looks like the hat should, so that's all very nice. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, V has some points of articulation, and actually all the points he have are well executed, but he doesn't have enough articulation to actually really get him into any poses. He has a head joint which rotates and tilts up and down a little bit. Ball joint shoulders that go in and out, and forward and back, and then he has a nice ball peg wrist here, which rotates and flexes in and out and forward and back and all those sorts of things. So that's all alright, but he has no elbow hinges or bicep cuts or anything, so his arms are always going to be straight and look a bit weird. He has a waist ball peg, so that'll tilt around and rotate, so that's not too bad. He has very nice ball joint hips, which go in and out and forward and back, and he has an upper thigh cut in there as well, but he has no knee hinges, so it's pretty useless as well. And then he also has a boot cut. So like I said, all of his points of articulation are nice joints, but they're not really useful. You still really can't get him into very many poses. He's still pretty much going to be standing there. I guess you might could have him kick someone if you can get him to stand on one foot. But, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. This is back whenever NECA knew that people wanted articulation, but they didn't really know what it was for, so they just threw random joints in there. Either way, I guess it's acceptable. It's much better than having no articulation at all. Now, of course, V comes with a few accessories. He comes with his hat, which we've already looked at, so we won't bother with that, but he also comes with several knives, so let's go ahead and look at those. Alright, here are his knives in both states of display. He comes with 6 of them, and you can put all of them on his waist, or 4 of them in his waist and have him hold 2 of them. Or you can just throw some of them away if you want to, or whatever you want to do with them. But here is what he looks like having them in his belt or holding them. They're pretty cool and very accurate to the way the daggers looked in the movies. That wraps it up for V and his accessories, but he also has a sound feature, so let's go ahead and have a listen to that real quick. Alright, here is the back of V where he keeps his switch and button. There's the button, and here's the on and off switch. I will flip that on. And he has some sound bites from the movie. I will play them for you and hope I don't get copyright claims from whoever it was that put out the V for Vendetta movie. I don't remember.
Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of actions. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the Fox populi, now flaked to vanity.
Are you like a crazy person? Anyway, that's his very long V monologue, which is very cool, and I think he has one more soundbite. And that is his second one. Those are both clearly just taken directly from the movie, as they still have all the sound effects and music and stuff in them. Like I said, hopefully no copyright claims. Anyway, those are very cool phrases, and pretty much some of the best ones you could have picked from the movie. Anyway, that wraps it up for all of his features and everything, so let's go ahead and move on to the packaging. Alright, here we have V's packaging. It is a fairly standard big windowed box, so that's very good. It's got a big picture of V's face over here on the side, 12-inch push-button sound. V for Vendetta V features 60 seconds of dialogue. And on the back it has the V for Vendetta logo, a picture of the figure, as well as a little description. As is usually the case with big windowed boxes, this is good for in or out of package display, so yeah, V. Alright, that wraps it up for V, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.